Nenshi says that he refused to take part in Chinese National Day celebrations. I actually gave him some credit for that. It's not an easy thing to always stand up to the Chinese. Sadly, the documents tell a different story. The Chinese consulate sent a list of expectations to Nenshi's office for Chinese National Day. Here, I'll read them to you. Turns out Calgary's mayor, Naheed Nenshi, is closer friends with China than many of us thought. When we started our campaign NoChineseSisterCities.com to end the dozens of relationships that Canadian cities have with that genocidal country, which you can still go and sign, we decided to do a deep dive into the relationship that cities have with China behind closed doors. And after covering news that Calgary Mayor Naheed Nenshi was an easy target for Chinese influence, we decided to start with him. And boy, what we found was baffling and concerning. We gained access to dozens of pages of correspondence between Calgary's mayor, his office, and the official Chinese consulate in Calgary. In these documents, Nenshi has sent menacing warnings to avoid any contact with a Tibetan official, for example, Lobsang Sangay, who was visiting the city of Calgary during a tour. Nenshi was told to, quote, stick to the one China policy, to refuse any contact with Sangay, and to provide no support or convenience for his secessionist activities against China. He's, of course, a freedom fighter in Tibet, fighting against the genocidal regime of China. Nenshi was also told to whip city councillors into falling in line with Beijing. Sangay happened to be a university student actually alongside Nenshi at Harvard. A strange coincidence, making it even stranger if Nenshi turned up his nose to this freedom fighter, an old classmate visiting his own city. After passing my email through the bureaucracy, they did get back to me, and they said that Nenshi did indeed meet with him. But for some reason, there was no evidence to back this up. The city didn't publish anything. There was no media availabilities that we can find. For some reason, Nenshi departed from his usual tradition of lots of fanfare, photo ops, and Kodak moments, just like Justin Trudeau. But when it came to someone that the communist Chinese didn't like, well, it was sort of behind closed doors. Unfortunately, it only gets worse from here. At the beginning of our coverage on this file, I spoke to Nenshi in a scrum, asking him about the ongoing Uyghur genocide and existing relationships between the city of Calgary and China. My guess is Mayor Nenshi never expected me to uncover the documents that I did, because, well, listen to what he said. Do you think that the ongoing sister cityhood relationship between Calgary and Daqing, China is a tacit endorsement of the ongoing genocide in China?
You know, that's a great question, and thank you for raising it. I've been very concerned about what is going on with the Uyghurs. I've been very concerned about overall issues around Canadian-Chinese relations. I'm very concerned about the Michaels. And in fact, I refused to participate in Chinese National Day celebrations this year because of these ongoing situations. All of that said, the sister city relationship has been going on, I don't even know how long, decades and decades and decades. To be honest, it's pretty stale. I mean, we don't have any relationship with our sister city. I've never been there. They've never been here. We've never met, unlike some of our other sister cities. It's probably something worth looking at, but on the concept of actually affecting change and saving people's lives and improving human rights, Calgary sister city relationship is not the most important thing here. But I would like to see stronger statements from our federal government in particular on these issues. I think that the ongoing situation with the Uyghurs is probably the most underreported story in the world, and it's an important one. People should be paying more attention to.
Would you call it a genocide?
I don't know what the technical definition of that term is, but I will tell you that last year I had the chance to meet a Uyghur woman who escaped, who told me harrowing stories about what she had escaped from, had not heard from her family since she escaped because they were targeted on her escape, and assumes they're dead. Whether that meets the legal conditions of a genocide or not, it is something that has to be condemned.
Nenshi says that he refused to take part in Chinese National Day celebrations. I actually gave him some credit for that. It's not an easy thing to always stand up to the Chinese. Sadly, the documents tell a different story. The Chinese consulate sent a list of expectations to Nenshi's office for Chinese National Day. Here, I'll read them to you. My name is Peng, and I'm the liaison assistant of the Chinese Consulate General in Calgary. Our consulate is in the preparation of the celebration activity for the Chinese National Day, and this year the activities will be arranged as virtual. Then come a list of technical requirements, falling short of demanding that Nenshi use a Huawei phone for the recording. Now, judging by what Nenshi told me to my face, you would expect that the response to this demand list would be for the consulate to get stuffed. But as you may have guessed, that's not what Nenshi's office told them. In fact, Nenshi's executive assistant and office manager took over from the city's corporate strategist to commit that they would try to get the video filmed and sent back to the Chinese by the end of August. Sorry, I can't be more specific, she told them. Now, as per usual, we sent an email to Nenshi's office asking why his staffers promised the Chinese consulate to get this video done to ensure Nenshi's participation in the Chinese National Day celebrations, despite the fact that Nenshi told me to my face that he was going to be boycotting the celebrations altogether. Where did the video go? Who was it sent to? And what did it contain? And why do the documents tell a different story than what the mayor told the media? We'll let you know if they get back to us. Now, unfortunately, the video was not included in the documents that we were able to uncover. It takes some time to pull stories like this out of the shadows of government, but we've already sent our researchers to look into this video in particular. Each time we do this, the government actually charges us at Rebel News. They send us a bill. It actually costs us money to get access to information that really should be publicly available for free to whoever wants it. If you're interested in this story, go to rebelinvestigates.com and help me uncover the rest of it. Mayor Naheed Nenshi, well, he has some questions to answer, and I will be making sure that he does. For Rebel News, I'm Kian Bexte. Go to NoChineseSisterCities.com and sign that petition that I mentioned earlier on in the video. We're at about 5,000 signatures, and I want to get a few more before I send that to Nenshi and other mayors in Canada.